Hi, my name is Keith Kinambuga, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. First, I'd like to introduce Snowy. Snowy is her name. Don't confuse it with Tintin Snowy. This is a lady, and she's been with me for 7 years. I brought her to practice some editing, but ended up doing screenwriting. And she's been faithful, and all my work is here. All my IP work is here. So if this goes, okay, it's not my brain, but yeah, it's an extension of my brain. So today we are going to tackle formatting a screenplay. We're assuming you've already written your story. You already have your synopsis down, you have your logline down, you have your synopsis down, you have your treatment down, you have your step outlines written down, as in step outlines refers to what is going to happen in each scene, the scene breakdown. And now you're ready to write. Finally, you've been itching to write, and now this is your time. So it is quite simple. There's a format to screenwriting. I'm sure most of you are already aware. So these days, luckily, there's software that will do that for you. And I'll choose to use CellTX because it's free. Final Draft is also a good kind of software, but you have to pay for it. These days, Apple, you have to pay for everything. CellTX, and wait for it to open. Yeah, it's an Apple, opens very fast. You choose film, and there you are. I'd like to maximize it. Perfect. Then just for legibility, readability, 200%. I put it at 200%. So the first thing that you do when you're writing your screenplay, of course, you have to put up your title page, but I can point out a few other things that you might want to use. You have the index cards. The index cards are where you explain your scenes. It's just like step outlines, but most people use cards, actual cards, physical cards in your scene. That's done. You have your scratch pad where you can write any notes that you want to put down, probably about a scene. Maybe there's something you want to include, but you're not sure whether it will work. So you just click here on scratch pad, and you have a kind of yellow margin, so to speak, and you put down your notes. But let's start. I want to write. And we are now on to the writing of the script, my script. So you'll start with a slug line. It's referred to as a slug line, or your scene heading. And you have 3 elements in your scene heading. We want to know, as a reader, somebody who's reading, or the producer, or whoever's reading, wants to know whether the scene is going to take place inside a room or exterior, outside. So you just write int yep. And don't worry, this bar appears automatically. The gray bar appears automatically once you click on script. So you don't need to do any work. You only need to think what you want to write. So interior, then the place. This is a studio. We're doing illegal filming. This is set in the future. This story of mine is set in the future. Where filming anything is illegal. Then what time of day? So inside, outside, the place that it's taking place, your scene is taking place, and the time. Avoid using morning, evening, because that might change on the day of shooting, or the director might have other ideas. What the DOP needs to know is whether it's day or night. The rest is up to him, details. So stick to day or night, unless it's very important in the script that you be specific. So the next thing is we are on the scene heading. Then you go to the action. I like calling it description, but the official name for it is action, where you are describing the scene. Description, yes, describing the scene. So describe the scene. You don't need to write full sentences, but try to be a little bit grammatical. In my case, I'll just write dark. This might change, of course. This is a first draft, a very bad one, a very bad first draft. Then light illuminates the room. Illuminates the room. It has autocorrect for spelling, but I'm just a stickler for perfection. So light illuminates the room. Yeah, I'm already editing. No, let me just continue with the story. Let me not edit. Let me just write it the way it is. Dark, light illuminates the room. Then first character, Keith. Keith squinting, yeah? Keith squinting. Keith squints. Eyes. What else would you squint? So Keith squints. We need to hurry. That's the line. They have just pressed enter. It's that easy. You're just pressing enter and the rest is automatic. It moves on from the action to the name of the character, that is myself. Then we need to hurry up. The cops are coming. That's already a scene in itself. A very simple, very bad scene that needs a lot of flesh. Yeah, so just to save time, I've opened a complete script, a well-written script. My scene was quite boring. And here it is. It's The Wizard of Oz, for those who have watched it. Quite an old movie. And I'll just show you a few key things that you need to know while you're writing your script. So each time you're introducing a new character, please capitalize. It will help whoever's reading the script, the producers, directors, and the crew, to understand your script much better, because it's an industry standard, and the whole team must follow it. So you have new characters introduced in capital letters, but as you move on, the next time that you're using the name of the character, you don't have to capitalize it. For instance, I can hear like Dorothy, Tin Man, the Tin Man, Scarecrow, and Toto. They're all characters in The Wizard of Oz, and they are capitalized in the scene. But within the scene, Toto is not capitalized. It's just the T, normal English, normal grammar, that you capitalize. What else is necessary? By the way, this Wizard of Oz script is already in CellTX. When you open it, the first time that you're opening CellTX, or any time that you're opening CellTX, they'll have those options. Unless you're using an older version, you can open a Wizard of Oz script, you can open the Mechanical Shakespeare. I'm not familiar with that story, but it's also there. You'll also notice, as I said, minimal use of the parenthetical. For instance, it's just used once in this scene, just once, and it's just to explain something, to make sure that the actor understands, doesn't misread anything. Yeah, those are the basics of formatting. It gets more complex when you're tackling traveling and flashbacks, car scenes. Let me just show that before we conclude. Let me introduce a car scene in The Wizard of Oz. There's a car. Oh man, I'm destroying it. No, I'm destroying it. Okay. So a car scene is you're either in the car or out of the car. So when you're in the car, you start with INT, interior. Then, of course, it's a car, the place. And then, after the hyphen, you write traveling. If you're moving, if the car is moving. If it's not moving, you write stationary. And then time of day, that doesn't matter. Apparently traveling in America has only one L. Okay. And in the case of being outside the car, you just write the normal X. Wherever you are, you don't even need to mention the car. So that's another thing. If you're in the forest, just forest, whether the car is there or not. Yeah, so that is it. The few tips that I can give you on formatting your script. There's a lot more information. Please feel free to ask your questions, give us feedback, and we'll try to answer them best possible way. Thank you for listening.